Hey guys, so today I'm doing my November TBR. This month, for like the first half of the month up until the 14th or something, I have exams. So I'm going to be studying a lot. I'm not going to have a lot of time to read. So a lot of this reading is probably going to happen in the second half of the month, to be honest. And secondly, it is non-fiction November. This is a readathon of sorts, but it's for the whole month. And it's just basically encouraging you to read more non-fiction than you normally would in a month. So I'm going to kind of try and read as much non-fiction as I can. I'm going to leave links to the two ladies who run Non-Fiction November in the information bar below if you want to know more about it, but basically I'm just going to try and read as much non-fiction as I can when I have the time to. I'm definitely going to be going to the library and getting out some non-fiction books because there's only like one or two on my shelves that I want to read this month, so yeah, check back for that. I think I'll be uploading a library non-fiction book haul probably this time next week. Getting into the books that I had on my shelf that I'm wanting to get to this month. The first one is sort of my non-fiction pick, and this is Out of Africa by Karen Blixen. I've owned this book for the longest time. I bought this I think when I was in high school, and I really like this edition. It's a nice paperback with a really cool cover. But this is essentially a memoir sort of thing of Karen Blixen's. She moved to Africa with her husband in I think like the 1930s. They had a coffee farm which eventually ended up not working out, but she just wrote about her experiences having lived in Africa, dealing with local people, the animals, the landscape and everything. It just sounds really, really interesting. I read A Hippo Banquet by I think it's Mary Kingsley recently, and I really enjoyed that. Mary Kingsley, I think she was an adventurer who explored places like Africa, and that was really good, so I think this might have a similar sort of vibe to it. I know Karen Blixen wasn't like an adventurer as such, but I know she really looked up to adventurers and was really interested in what they did, so I think this will be a really, really great book. Another one that I think might be non-fiction, I should have googled this before I sat down to make this video, but I haven't. This is Kazian from the Beautiful Lands by Ivan Turgenev. This is Russian, I believe. Yeah, haunting accounts of rural Russia and its downtrodden inhabitants, which helped abolish serfdom in 1861. I love these Penguin Little Black classics because they're nice and short. This will be something that I can just pick up between studying. The other two books that I have on my TBR this month are totally just fun ones. I feel like sometimes when you have exams and like things like that going on, I don't necessarily want to read anything new because I'll feel like I'm not really taking it in, and I also don't want to feel like I have to get through anything, so I like doing fun rereads. The first one I want to reread, obviously this is a giant book, I'm probably not going to finish it this month, but it's Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. This is the 5th book in the Harry Potter series. I was rereading Harry Potter earlier this year, and I got up to finishing Goblet of Fire, so Order of the Phoenix is next. I also am thinking that maybe I will start rereading the Molly Moon series. This is Molly Moon's incredible book of hypnotism by Georgia Bing. There are a bunch of different books in this series. I always forget how many. I think there's like 6, but I love this series a lot and I really want to reread it. I've reread it like a bunch of times. I reread this book the most because it's the first one, and the second and third books I really, really love. They're like kind of my favorites, so I've reread them quite a few times as well. The rest of the series I think I've only reread like 3 times only, so I really want to reread like the entire series maybe over like the next few months. We'll see what happens, but it's a really fun middle grade sort of book series about a girl called Molly who discovers a book about hypnotism, and she's an orphan. She doesn't live a very nice life, so she thinks that maybe she can learn how to be a hypnotist and get her way like out of this terrible life that she is in, and like move on to something bigger and better. So the whole series kind of follows her adventures and it's really fantastic. So that is it for my little short TBR for the month of November. If you're going to be doing a non-fiction November, let me know in the comments down below, and some of the books you might be reading for that, or just other books you're reading this month, or if you've read any of these ones that I talked about today. I'm especially curious to hear about Out of Africa because I've wanted to read that for such a long time and I kind of just forgot that I had it, I guess. It's just something that I bought really excited about it and then just never got around to reading it, so hopefully I can get to that this month. So thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you with another video in a couple days. Bye.